Real estate agents, these are the 5 AI tools you should be using every single day to power your business to $1 million and beyond. Hi, I'm Mike Wiseman, top real estate agent, AI expert, 3 times Icon of the EXP and 2023 Icon Agent of the Year. These are the tools I am using every single day to propel my business forward, and you should be too. So let's get right into it. First tool that we want to be using every single day, I think is one that most of you are going to recognize, if not all of you, is ChatGPT. ChatGPT, of course, is essentially the one tool I think everybody watching this video will recognize and, of course, be using. But here's what I know. Most agents, most people are still using this kind of like a sophisticated search engine, if you will. They're going in here, asking questions, maybe asking for help with something. Maybe they're copying a prompt that they see online, dropping it in here, and having it create a year of social media content for their real estate business. But here's what I know. If you get it set up properly, and by that I mean teach it about you, your business, your market, teach it how you speak, how you think, you'll get far, far better results. So most are using ChatGPT and you're not using it well. So what does that look like? Well, here's ChatGPT on the screen right here. If I come down here into my settings and go to settings and then into personalization, you'll see this thing here, custom instructions. Click custom instructions. It opens up 3 areas. What should I call you? What do you do? And what traits should ChatGPT have? How should it respond to you? Mine is set to respond direct, decisive, high D personality, while being encouraging, focus on solutions, strategies over theory. I've given it very detailed instructions on how I want to interact with it. It's like having a fully trained employee, or better yet, hiring an employee that fits your personality. And down here, anything else ChatGPT should know about you? Well, yeah, everything you do, where you do it, how you do it. 1,500 characters can be added in here. Not going to go into it on this one video, but we have a full training on how to set this up exactly right. So when you go to ChatGPT and ask for something, ask for a job for it to do or something to write for you, it's not like starting from zero every single time. It's having a fully trained executive assistant. So ChatGPT, use it properly. Other thing you need to be doing at ChatGPT, one is organizing by projects. We have projects for all different things. Projects are a collection of threads, a collection of chats that shares information. We have a project that's all about creating content, and we have instructions added and files added into the project level. It constantly references those, so it understands our business model. It understands what we want to, what we're creating for the project. Here's a project that just makes follow-up emails. It has examples, about 15 or 20 examples of the types of emails I like, and a style sheet. Then when I paste a transcript into this chat, it creates a perfect follow-up email every single time. So projects. And lastly, custom GPTs. You have to be using custom GPTs. We have a lot of them built here, but let me just show you one, the virtual stager. Virtual staging is incredible. We used to pay $25 per photograph with a commercial virtual staging service. Now it's completely free, one ChatGPT subscription, it can do it all if you set it up properly with a proper GPT and prompt. Here's an example of that, what that produces. Here is the photo that went in. We told it what type of room do we want it staged at. That's the original. Takes about 3 to 4 minutes. Stages traditional living room with neutral tones, soft textures, etc., etc. The prompt behind the scenes is the key. It locks everything in place, doesn't change the architecture or the design, and that's what comes out. That's the after. That's the before. The before, the after. Incredible, right? The shadows, everything, every detail is perfect. Nothing else has changed. So ChatGPT using custom GPTs. Second tool I want to talk to you about is a tool called Gamma. Gamma.app. Gamma.app. This is the most incredible tool to create presentations. We're using this literally on a daily basis for just multiple areas in our business. So for example, here's one that we did for a client that wanted a buyer's guide to Wellington Ridge in Collierville. This was created literally in about 7 minutes. We had ChatGPT do the research. We brought the prompt over here and said, build us this presentation. Everything you're seeing here on these slides on my screen, this program created literally in about 90 seconds. It created about 15, 23 slides. It has the community demographics, population, median household income. Look how it laid it out super nice on the screen. Now the images, yeah, you can change them out. And what I love about this program is you can edit the slide with AI. So here's a slide here, current market conditions with kind of a generic computer screen. I want something more real estate related. I can go right into here and click on the edit with AI and say, make the image on this screen a little more real estate specific, maybe something with a home, something else that shows market conditions. Give it the prompt, wait a few seconds, and it will literally go to work as we're speaking right now, edit this slide. Let's give it about 30 seconds here or less. And there you have it, a more real estate specific slide. We can keep editing it in this way as we go on and on. So gamma.app, amazing. Think listing presentations. Think going to an open house. Going to an open house, and your open house is, let's say it's in this neighborhood, in Wellington Ridge, in Collierville. Why not have with you an iPad that has the buyer's guide to Wellington Ridge in the Premier Community Guide, and have a sign-up link? People can get their own version of this. You can email them a PDF of this. This can create PDF documents. It can create it in PowerPoint presentations. It's really limitless in what it can accomplish. Can't say enough things about this. As far as preparing, here's our Fairfield County real estate market and $2 million dream home, right? A customized listing presentation slash presentation that goes over the entire community, all prepared in a matter of minutes. This one's as a PDF. So get this app, try it out. You can even build websites. This is a website I built for one of my clients that wanted to rent out their barn. Had to make this website in about 10 minutes, and it's super, super useful. So gamma.app, combine that with ChatGPT to create a prompt. We've got trainings in this, how to create every kind of guide you can imagine over in our community. I'll put a link in there at the end of this for the show notes, gamma.app. Okay, what's the next app I want to take you guys through is an app I love to use, and this is called Granola. Okay, so let me just clear out, go to a blank screen here. I'm just going to go to a Google search screen because Granola is a pop-up here. It's on top. Here is Granola. Opens up in this window. Granola is a note taker, a digital note taker. What it does is when you say new note, it opens up, and now it is literally transcribing everything I'm saying. So look down at the bottom here, there's little green bars bouncing. I click the up arrow. You can literally see it in real time. In real time, I can probably zoom in on that. It's transcribing everything that I'm saying. If there's multiple speakers, it'll pick up each multiple speaker. And what's really cool about Granola is it's recording system audio. It's not recording just what's going on in the room. It's recording from the microphone and from the speakers coming in. So when I'm having a conversation, I make all of my phone calls now to all of my clients, all of my prospects through my computer. It's recording in real time, transcribing. Now, it's not recording the audio file or the video file. This is strictly a digital note taker. But as soon as I hit stop and click generate notes, watch what happens. It senses what kind of a conversation it was. It uses AI, and it will immediately create notes. Here it is, Granola meeting transcript tool walkthrough, a demo session. It's got notes. They're organized. They're bullet pointed, right? You can send them out to Slack. You can copy the link. You can copy the text. I do this often, paste it into your CRM. You can draft an email from this. You can click here and share it, like we just showed you, and share it out to anybody. You also can apply different templates. Let's say it was a recruiting call. You can make it a hiring call. You can make it a weekly team meeting. You can create your own template and apply the template to that particular type of conversation. Can't say enough good things about Granola. Also available on mobile devices and now available on Mac and PC for both. So give it a shot. Love it. This is one I pretty much use every day, multiple times a day, every conversation. We're using this, by the way. Think of the ways you can use this. When I sit with a client and I'm meeting with them for the first time consulting, I ask permission to record digital notes. It's not going to record your video, not going to record your audio. But after I'm done with the digital note taking, I let them know I won't miss anything, of course. I go back to my office. I drop this into my ChatGPT, the transcript. I can go right over here and I can copy the transcript. Now I've copied the transcript. I can go back into ChatGPT and I can say into my new chat, I can say, create me a follow-up email describing what we spoke about, right? And boom, with the transcript, I'll paste it in there and it'll create me a concise follow-up email. Thanks for joining a session on August 15th to go over the Granola transcription tool. Here's a quick recap of what we covered. Obviously, this is just on the fly, but think of this. I have templates set up. I have custom GPTs set up to know specifically what type of conversation I'm giving it. Listing consultation, buyer consultation, recruiting conversation. So when I give it a transcript for that type of conversation, it knows how I like to write, what I like to emphasize, and what I like to focus on. This is an incredible tool to never forget anything, literally, and to create a communication chain with your clients over a period of weeks, even months that we work with them. Never forget anything and always be able to communicate with them in the most effective possible way. So Granola, love that tool. Everyone should be out there absolutely using that. Okay, next tool I want to share with you is NotebookLM. Now, NotebookLM is a tool that is by, let's find it here. NotebookLM right here is a tool by Google. NotebookLM. It is essentially an aggregator of information that allows you to compile research. It's considered a research tool, but the applications for what we do in real estate are tremendous. Think of this as building your own digital coaching library, for example. So I'm going to go into this thing here. I call it the John Dietz playbook. That's a nod to John Dietz, my coach and mentor. John has a great YouTube channel. Here it is right here with hundreds of videos on here. Everything from, script and role play, blueprint to hit your goals. The 14-point listing presentation, we love that. John is a master at scripts, dialogues, and he's a master of working with sellers. And every morning we have a call 9 to 9:30, and I take the recordings of these calls off of YouTube. The great thing about NotebookLM is I can literally grab this link, I can click share, I can click copy, I can go into NotebookLM, okay, and I can, this notebook has 50 total ability. You can put 50 links in there. I'm already full of 50, but if not, I could literally go over here, add a source. I need to basically remove one of these sources here. You can always delete a source. If I delete a source, so remove the source here, open up a space. Now I can go over here and I can add a source. I give it a YouTube link right here, YouTube, paste the URL in right here, and it will add it in to the source, as a source. Now I can chat with all of these sources, and it references all the transcripts. No transcribing, already transcribed. Remember, Google owns YouTube, Google owns NotebookLM, and I can say right here, here's a sample question. What fundamental strategies does John Dietz advocate for achieving success in real estate? Let's just click that and give it that prompt. It's going to review all the information, and within a few seconds, it's going to give me a very detailed response. So there it is, okay? A 14-point listing presentation, right, for achieving success in real estate, enabling him to list an average of 10 homes monthly for 13 years. His approach emphasizes meticulous preparation, building trust, understanding client needs, and proactive objection handling. And you can see pre-appointment confirmation, trial close, mindset prep, second appointment prep, first impression, punctuality. It's going through everything that's important to be successful. Now, if I like this, I can literally take this, I can click copy, or I can save it to a note, and it goes over here into the notes. So in the notes, I have the 14-point listing presentation as a saved note. I can go back to it anytime. So NotebookLM, an incredible tool for pulling research together, YouTube videos, PDF files. There's unlimited uses for it. When you think about its capabilities, you'll come up with new ideas to use it for. I even use it to prepare presentations, speeches I've been asked to give by getting research and pulling the research in and having it drafted for me. Really, really incredibly powerful tool. Okay, next tool I want to share with you, Recall. This one is really interesting, and I bet one that not a lot of you are using. Recall.ai. This is essentially a web clipper digital note taker. Now, NotebookLM is where I keep videos that really go together, and I want to build something or create something from that group of videos, or I want to learn something. It's essentially creating an encyclopedia that's referenceable through AI. This program allows me to clip data. So let's say I'm on John's YouTube channel here. Let's go to his homepage. Okay, and here is an interview with an agent who doubled their production in the first year of coaching with John. I can click that video right there. Over here, Recall is a browser button here, a browser extension. I click concise summary. Watch this. Look how fast this goes. It's coming up right now. There's a concise summary. Was that like less than 10 seconds? Concise summary into Emma's business, how she handles her Zillow leads. Incredible story, by the way. You should check it out. Strategies and costs of what she's doing, her experiences and results. A very concise summary. Then what I can do further is I can click save right here, which I'll do. I can also chat with it, right? And I can ask a question, okay? I can say, what is Emma's conversion rate on Zillow leads? And I'm out chatting with it, and it'll come up with an answer. Looking at the transcript, 70% conversion for Zillow leads for Emma. That's why we had her on the call. It was unbelievable. And a 42% rate of closing. So really, really interesting. Now, then I can just click save it, and it will save it to my Recall AI. It tags it business in real estate category. Unbelievable. So if you look on the left here, I have really hundreds of clips, whether they're websites, PDFs, documents, Facebook posts, Twitter posts, or X posts. You name it, you can clip it, right? You can grab it here. I obviously have a lot in the real estate section. So let's say I were to go, now what's really interesting is that you can now chat with all of your notes at one time. Similar to NotebookLM, but this is across every single note in your platform. So I can go to chat, and I can say, describe for me the 5 things that a real estate agent needs to be most successful when listing properties. And it'll look through all of my notes that I have, and it will pull out the answer to that question, and it's going to get the sources. 5 essential elements of success in listing properties: strong communication, market knowledge, priority management, discipline. Okay, and it's got a link to each of these. So if I click over here, it'll link back to right here. It brought me up a Mike Sherrard video, right? Critical skills in taking listings. If I go back to that search again, right? Priority, right? Providing value. So it's linking it back to every video source. Amazing, honestly. And if you want to see how things connect, it has a graph, which is really interesting, right? How all your data is connected together. You see, as I hover over here or click into it, whoops, it'll take this graph, and you can see how you're building your knowledge base essentially on fly. Here's Notion, productivity software, Vimeo, right? The United States is a country. But what you're seeing is that it shows all the connections. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly how useful that is, but it's interesting to see how there's connections among all of our different points of data. But a great application. Check it out. Recall AI has a free version. I can also post a link in the chat, so you can get a free trial and a discount on it if you like it. And finally, the last tool I want to talk to you about that real estate agents really need to be using today is Fathom. So Fathom is right here. Okay, let's go to the homepage. Fathom is a digital recorder, note taker that I use for all the Zoom calls. Look, we all spend a lot of time going to Zooms, whether it's trainings, whether it's webinars. So unlike Granola, which is a very lightweight note taker, just transcribes and takes notes, Fathom knows who's on the call. You can set it to automatically send everybody on the call. So have a team meeting. After the meeting is over, each person will get a copy of it sent to them automatically. So I'm going to click on this meeting right here. That's my son, Ben. We had a Zoom meeting early in the week, August 11th. It was a training call about AI, actually, showing how to do the virtual staging, building the GPT. And here's the transcript from that call right here. I can transcript. It knows the names. Here's Silvana speaking. Here's me. Here's Martin speaking, right? It knows who spoke. Here's me. From the Zoom call, it remembers the names. Here's the chat from the Zoom. It's all right here. Here's the questions that were asked, that I asked to the crowd and they answered. So really, really complete note-taking. Okay, you can actually share it out with your team, or even you can make it anybody with the link can see it beyond the team. So you can share this out as far as you want, copy the transcript. You can ask Fathom and chat with it, right? Propose insightful follow-up questions, describe the key stakeholders, what challenges do you foresee, what would help you make progress. Of course, come back to the summary. And of course, the actual full video is here, right? If I were to click play, there is the actual video that we recorded. So Fathom, I love Fathom. It also connects really well to Zapier for automations. If you want to zap things into your CRM, apps that can do that as well. Okay, that was a lot, but those are the 5 tools that every agent needs to be using, in my opinion, right now. To hit that $1 million mark, you have to save 5 to 10 hours a week, and these 5 tools will absolutely help you do it. Now, if you'd like to know how we're using these tools at each part of our business and actually get the templates and kind of steal our workflows, swipe our prompts, and show you exactly how we're using each of these tools, sometimes combining them for even bigger effects, then you've got to get over to our SKOOL community. That's SKOOL, where we all post the links. And we've got an active community there. It is the premier community for real estate agents when it comes to learning how to use tech, AI, leverage, lead generation, Google optimization. You need to get into our SKOOL community, and we'll share with you all of our workflows. We're really, really excited to see you over there. Check it out. I got you a free 7-day trial. Link in the show notes. Until next time, everybody, take care and be well. I'm Mike Wiseman. Bye-bye.